tonight we are making burgers, beans, and coleslaw. Now those sound like pretty simple things, but if you do just a few little extra things, you can really kick them up. So we're gonna start by talking about the burgers. So this is 1 pound of ground beef. Now we do buy a quarter beef at a time, so this is some farm raised beef locally, but this does work with any beef that you may have on hand, whether it be from a supermarket, a meat market, or whatever. So you start just with the loose meat, and then you add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of minced onion, and then about a tablespoon or so of Worcestershire sauce. Is that how you say that? Worcestershire sauce? And then I, of course, use Holy Cow from Meat Church on all of my beef. So I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of this as well. All right. If you are not a Meat Church fanboy like I am, you can substitute a teaspoon of garlic powder, not salt, black pepper, and Lowry seasoned salt. That also works well. So from there, I just mix this up together and then let it hang out for a bit. Moving over to the stove, we're gonna start the beans. So most good things start with onion and butter. So this is about a quarter cup of diced white onion. You can use any onion you have, and some butter. And we're gonna brown that up. And you wanna cook this a while till it gets brown and the flavor starts to come out of it. And then I also add, of course, some barbecue seasoning. This is Meat Church Honey Hog, but you can use whatever you have on hand. You just wanna cook that together until it's caramelized, brown, looking good and done. So I have divided that 1 pound of ground beef into 3 equal parts. We've got 3 of us eating tonight. We're gonna have 3 about 1/3 pound burgers. This is 80% lean. So, you know, other people might use 90. You can use whatever you want. So I just like to work it with my hand into like a cylinder and then push it flat, make it into a circle. And then one little trick I like to do is, especially when you're using 80, also when you use 90, I like to make the center a little thinner than the outside, because we've all made a burger and it turns into like a ball because it shrinks up as it cooks. Well, if it's thinner in the middle as it shrinks up, it stays into a nice patty even when it's cooked. This is what you're gonna want your onions to look like before you add the next ingredients. See how we have brown? We have some good flavor happening here in the bottom of the pan. Beans are something you can get very fancy with, and I have in the past, using different peppers, different fats, different this, different that, but these are the ones that my family likes the best. So I just start with plain old Van de Kamp's pork and beans, 1 can of that, and then about 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, about a quarter cup of ketchup, and about a quarter cup of barbecue sauce. I like Sweet Baby Ray's, but you can do whatever you have. And then about a quarter cup of brown sugar. Then you just want to stir that all together with those onions that you prepared on about medium-high. You're going to bring them up to a slow roll boil and then turn them down to low and let them cook for as long as you can, stirring them occasionally. Have the gas grill on high. Pretty simple. Throw them on. And then once I put them on, I turn it down to about medium. So they start with a good hot sear and then they'll cook slow throughout. Quick and easy homemade coleslaw recipe. You start with a third, a third, a third. A third of each of these ingredients goes to 1 bag of coleslaw mix. So this is apple cider vinegar. We have a third of a cup of sugar and a third of a cup of mayonnaise. And then this is celery salt, about a teaspoon. Mix that all together with a whisk. We're gonna toss this together, the dressing and the bag of coleslaw mix. Then you wanna put it in the fridge for at least 10 or 15 minutes to let the flavors meld. Flip time on the burgers. Those look amazing. Beans were bubbling, so I turned them down to low, and then you just let them sit. Cheese time. We like provolone. You can use whatever you like. These are nice and done. The cheese is perfectly bubbling. So we'll go put these on a bun and eat. You can use whatever bun you want. You can go really fancy with a potato bun or a pretzel bun. I like just plain old grocery store buns because I like to make the meat the star. But I like to give them a little bit of extra zip by grilling them. So I just take some standard cooking spray, add them to the buns, and then a little bit of garlic salt for flavor. Then these just go onto the grill. You can put them right next to your beef while they're cooking, or you can do them after like I am right now. Time to pull off the buns. They've been going about 5 minutes on low. Just give you that nice golden brown color, keep them from getting soggy, and add another level of flavor. Hope you enjoyed my take on this simple summertime favorite. Seasoning the ground beef before you make the patties, caramelizing those onions before you make your beans, and then just some simple coleslaw on the side. That makes a delicious summertime meal for your family. And beans are the best Chip Dip.